Donald Trump not only takes September 11th seriously, he also takes the death of soldiers seriously. Omarosa, my girl, she's back. She's got some hot... Actually, you know what? If you're watching this on YouTube, let's just own that the title of this clip is much sexier than the actual content.
Yeah, we don't actually think there's much here.
There isn't really much here, although the end is actually very funny. So if you wait for the payoff of this over-minute clip, the frame is that he's sort of... Trump is not serious about soldiers dying in action. And I would say, like, honestly, this is a clip that Omarosa recorded from a White House meeting with junior level staff. This is from October 4th, 2017, or mid-level staff. Trump just sort of comes in and starts shooting the breeze. There were a couple of soldiers killed in action in Niger. And the frame that Omarosa has is that this is him sort of making light of them being dead. And I would say by Trump standards, it's not making light of them being killed at all. It's just that Donald Trump is a milk-brain narcissist, and he just talks incessantly and in circles.
And I would hazard a guess to say that most previous presidents have talked in similar sort of casualness about similarly sort of tragic events.
The world ain't the West Wing. But the end here, there is a pretty funny kicker here to this just sort of stream of bloviating from Trump.
8 years, okay, and so they're good there. But what happens is now they flee, and they flee to Africa, and they flee to Niger and countries around there, and that's how these young people get attacked. And they got attacked by 50 real fighters, but these were people, in many cases, that were in the Middle East that now go to Africa to try and, cause problems there. And ultimately, they want to come back here because this is where they really want to be. So it's a rough business. I don't think I'd want to be a terrorist, right? It's not a good life, but it's the only thing that. What else is there? But that is, people.
The junior staff is really the ones that have, like, why are they laughing so hard at that?
Because they're idiots, and they also know that he likes to have a pliant audience, and it's a suck-up culture.
It sounds very, it is nervous laughter.
Yeah, it's nervous laughter for a goofball dictator.
What else is there? But that is, people don't say that. The reason they're there is because we forced them out, and it's there's not nearly as many, it's not nearly as intense, but it's pretty intense, and you see that happening. So that's that. I think Hillary's getting killed now with Russia. The real Russia story is Hillary and collusion.
Somebody told me. You just said somebody told me. That transition is awesome. It's like, yeah, it's terrorism, and it's tough, and they died, and we're working on it. But the real thing is Hillary's just getting killed in Russia, somebody told me. Of course, there has been a massive increase in civilian casualties globally since Trump took over the presidency. Under President Obama, there was a drone program which deployed heavily in Pakistan and Yemen and killed thousands of civilians and was sort of run by the CIA. Towards the end of the Obama administration, Obama started to heed some calls to increase the transparency in the program and turn it over to the military, which is, in fact, a significant advance over it having been entirely sort of oversight-free with the intelligence services. Under Trump, it's going back to the CIA. And kinetic activities increased across, in fact, Africa. And we also saw, of course, last year, the mother of all bombs dropped in Afghanistan. So Trump has significantly increased civilian casualties. There already were also high civilian casualties with the ISIS war and the Obama administration's strikes in Syria, focusing on ISIS. And those groups were already depreciating and degraded regardless because of their own sort of falling support inside the context of the Syrian civil war. So that's the not fun part of the milk brain narcissist president.